Montague's message, June 7, 2015. Veronica, my dear, it was a joy to see you with like-minded people who understand what we are about. The information that was shared was meant to be shared. You needed such support as there is an evil plan in action to isolate you. Yes, my dear, I can confirm that you are an Earth Keeper, one of 12 on Earth, as I am one of 12 on this side of life. This is why you face such opposition to what you do. We did not come together by chance. You and I, and the one who will remain nameless for now, have worked together in many lifetimes. Nothing happens by chance. Your struggle to survive is hard to cope with, but you will not fail to carry out all you came on Earth to do. Good people have come forward to help. They understand the energy in our home and garden. You are wise, my dear, not to allow that woman to force her way into our home. Her intention was to harm you. Your world is teetering from one attempt to start World War III to another. People are suffering as a result. The arch-enemies of humanity are being exposed. They can no longer hide their evil plans. We, on this side of life, shine a light on their exploits. They will not succeed but will cause many deaths and much suffering as they try to push forward with their plans. They do not belong on Earth. Never forget that. Many of them are preparing to leave in case it has to be done in a hurry. They demand World War III as it is their only salvation. Never lose sight of the fact that all those who demand war are connected to those who perpetrated World Wars I and II. They brought death and destruction to your world. They cannot survive without the fear and suffering of humanity, especially of the innocent. They are actively involved in satanic abuse. It is the oxygen of life to them. Protect the vulnerable from such people. It goes on all around you, every day. You just do not want to have to face it. Many are killed, and you turn a blind eye to it. None of you is safe from these predators. One day, they may come for you. Where will you find the truth? Certainly not on television or in the newspapers, as those are used to keep you blind to their actions. They promise everything, but deliver nothing except more debt, as they increase the hardship on families. You work harder and are worse off, because governments constantly increase the cost of living. It is all part of the plan to destroy humanity. While man is striving to survive, he will not notice what the cabal is actually doing. Except that it is when you are all working together as one that you have the real power to make the changes necessary for the survival of mankind. Money was created to trap man forever on the treadmill of life. It is corruption at its worst. The majority suffer at the hands of the corrupt bankers. I promise you that all this will end when man wakes up to his own power to say no. Do not pander to those bankers who look on you with contempt. They survive on your suffering. The tide is turning for them. They are now having to contemplate the possibility of failure. And that, my dear friends, is something they never, for one moment, thought possible. As man opens his eyes and sees clearly what is being done by the few to humanity, they know that their only hope of survival is World War III. So I ask, who has the real power? When you refuse to accept war, they are finished, exposed for all to see. Your soul is worth more than all of them put together. Do not surrender it for their survival. Before the takeover of humanity, mankind understood how the universe operated. He understood nature and natural law. His mind was powerful, and he knew how to use it for the betterment of humanity. All this was usurped by those who entered the earth and decided to take it over for themselves. They created religions and separation to create fear and mistrust, to trap man into serving them. This worked satisfactorily until man began to ask questions and wonder why so few controlled all. It did not make sense. My own family tried to force a belief system on me that I could never accept. I refused to be part of it. Everyone has a duty to decide for himself. Become your own man. Do your own research and make your own decisions regarding life on Earth. Never be responsible for harming another human being, whether by thought, word, or action. Help each other to survive the onslaught of the dark cabal and you will survive. All the help you need will be made available to you when the time comes. You do not have long to wait. I ask that you send love and light to Rome and its ley lines and obelisks in order to prevent them taking control of humanity. They do not have your best interests at heart. Their fine words are just that. Their intentions are very dark indeed. Veronica had the good fortune to be able to talk firsthand with good souls who understand what is going on. They work on your behalf. It was very enlightening for her. A war was fought and many died because one country wanted to hold on to a very important ley line crossing, so that the good energy would not be released to humanity. They now dump all sorts of chemical waste and rubbish on it. Does this paint the real picture clearly enough for you, about the importance of ley lines? Take back your ley lines. They belong to you, not to the cabal. Yes, my dear, you were in danger when that woman tried to enter our home last week. She did come to harm you, but we alerted you to the imminent danger and you refused her entry. You need to be on alert for such occurrences. You need to fulfill your mission with those who were selected to work alongside you. You need the prayers of humanity to protect them from the dark side. The Golden Age needs humanity's cooperation to commence. My dear Veronica, take good care of yourself. Be kind to yourself, and be ready when we call on you to act immediately. Always, your adoring, Monty. Channeled by Veronica Keane. MontagueKeane.com